Welcome to this Sitemorse INDEX video about determining why your Sitemorse INDEX score has changed. Every 3 months, Sitemorse will run an assessment of your websites within a particular sector. For example, local government or central government and public bodies, or London listed PLCs. Sitemorse assesses each site on a number of categories, including accessibility, broken links, performance, code quality, etc., and creates an overall quality score from 0, the worst, to 10, the best. Sitemorse publishes these scores ordered by overall score. This is the Sitemorse Index. You can see all this information at sitemorse.com/index. It's a great way to see how your website compares to your peers and how it's improving or not over time. Of course, some people get very excited about being near the top of the list and are keen to stay there. One of the questions we are asked when a new set of scores is released is, why has my score changed so much? The majority of people asking this question want to know why their score has fallen. Let's look at how we can answer this question with an example. I will look at the Q1 2021 Sitemorse Index for London listed PLCs and select the full results to see the first 50 websites. You can select the rest of the websites in the link at the end of the page. The long bar after the score uses the traffic light system to show you how the quality of the site has changed over time, and if you mouse over, you can see the individual scores. Let's look at Edinburgh Partners at number 12, as this is a good example showing how they had a low score of 2 back in 2010, and that improved over time until in Q1 2020 it had a much more acceptable score of 7. It's also easy to see from this bar which scores have dropped recently. For an example of a score change, I'm going to choose Essentra PLC in position 35, which fell 24 places. I'm using this website for no other reason than it's a good illustration for this video. If you click on the website name link, you can see a chart showing more detail. If we select the accessibility button, we can see how the accessibility of the site has changed over time. That's pretty flat across the board. Next, let's look at function links. This is more interesting as there was a fall from a score of 8 to a score of 5 since the last assessment. Let's add code quality and performance. They look pretty flat as well, so it's obvious that broken links is the reason for the tail off in the score. I've chosen an easy example for this video, but using this chart you can see if multiple categories have affected your score. You can also use this chart in lots of other ways. For example, if you need evidence that your accessibility has not improved for a long time and you think it's about time somebody did something about it. To investigate further depends if your organisation subscribes to a Sitemorse service or not. Let's start with what you can do if you don't have a Sitemorse subscription. You can click on the free priorities link. This shows you the pages with the most priority issues. Click on the Manager tab to show priorities across the entire test. And click on the Developer tab to show information about issues of interest to developers. If you don't have a Sitemorse subscription, then this is as far as you can go in terms of detail about the issues found, which to be fair is pretty good when you consider this is all free. If you want to go further and see the full detail of the report, you can click the Purchase button and pay for just this report. If your organisation does have a Sitemorse subscription, There is no need to make a purchase, as your organisation already has access to this report and many more. If you need access to the detail, then let Sitemorse know. We will tell your master user of the Sitemorse service about you. Your master user can authorise your access to the Sitemorse reports. Finally, you might be interested in how we work out the score. You can see this by visiting sitemorse.com/benchmarks. Also, you might be interested in other information about the Sitemorse Index. If so, visit sitemorse.com/support. Thank you for watching this video about the Sitemorse Index and determining why your Sitemorse Index score has changed. I hope you found it useful and interesting.